the first one was enjoyment.
Yeah.
The second one was pain.
What do you call it, pain?
And my mom died.
Yeah.
She died, and I never got over it, and I just never painted after that. After she died, these paintings were the first ones I did. Well, not that one. You've seen that one, but anyway. But it's just like there was a lot of anger coming out.
Right. Right.
And it wasn't really. It was just anger.
Yeah.
It was just like,
yeah.
You know, fuck. I didn't want to see my mom go out like that. You know, I didn't want to see her go out like that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, with her, you know, mind gone and.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's a crapshoot, you know, kind of with painting. You know, I went through like that phase and just like fucking shot it off, painted, and it was good. And I think it was good. I do think it was good. But anyway.
When you say it's a crapshoot, you mean like you don't know when the inspiration is going to come?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I didn't, you know, it came, and it came really good because it was like you were saying earlier. There's no thought. There was no thought to it.
That's you talking to me, man. That's a phrase you told me like last time I saw you. No,
but you.
I borrowed it from you.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think in Zen painting, there's the same kind of mentality where the artist is supposed to think nothing and just dip the paint.
I think it's. I don't know. I think it's. It's just an expression, you know. It's just an expression of your own, whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad to be able to do it, man. You know.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, you know, if I didn't have it, I don't know, man. And I'm not gonna say that when I first started doing it, when I had acceptance and I saw people liking it, I liked it, you know, because I was, you know, I don't know. I was one of those, you know, kids that didn't know what the fuck they wanted, and all of a sudden you know, someone likes your painting.
Yeah.
You know,
and wants to buy it off of you.
Yeah. Well, not so much buy it, but just appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh man. So it's just kind of it just kind of grew after that, man. And like,
what were some of the artists, like painters, that really inspired you? One of the first things I noticed when I first saw your paintings was
Pollock.
Pollock, I was going to say.
Yeah, you know, I like Pollock, but I like his figurative stuff better. I didn't like the drip paintings. It's so easy, man. I mean, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but, but I can do drip paintings. I did a drip painting.
Yeah.
You know, I could do drip. His figurative stuff was much better than his drip paintings, man. They were a lot rawer, a lot more tribal. He loved the mysticism, and he loved the, you know, they're a lot better, I thought. But man, that's what I thought about Pollock. But I got caught in that, you know. I like, you know, drip paintings are easy. They're free flowing, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's taking paint, just like, it's a good feeling.
Do you notice when you rather do like drip paintings as opposed to much more figural stuff? I mean.
Oh yeah, drip paintings are easier.
Yeah.
I mean, figurative stuff. I can't draw. I can't draw, so I gotta rely on color and basically imagination. That's no. I can't. I mean, I could went to art school. I didn't went to art school, so I should. Well, you know, a lot of people didn't go to art school, but I mean, I just rely on what you see every day. I guess you know that's gonna. Yeah.
What about artists today? Is there any people's work that you really like after Pollock?
Yeah, that little girl. She's like, she was a 13-year-old prodigy. I forget her name. She was Armenian.
You
remember her? You remember her name?
No, who you
Oh, you
talking
should
about?
see her, man. I can't remember her name.
She's in town?
No, she's like a. She was like a Picasso
Really?
at an early age.
Uh-huh.
I like her stuff. You know what I like a lot? Jasper Johns, man.
Mm.
I love Jasper Johns, man.
What's so good about Jasper
Raw.
Johns?
Just raw, original,
Uh-huh.
freaking stuff that just turned, you know, it was nothing, you know. I didn't like pop art.
Yeah, Andy Warhol and all that.
I didn't like Warhol that much, but I have to say, man, you know, when you change a fucking completely, you know, or whatever they call it, paradigm, was that?
Paradigm shift or
Yeah. And it's a
Yeah.
powerful thing.
Yeah.
Man, but I didn't like it. I like Jasper Johns.
Mhm.
I like Rauschenberg a little bit,
Mhm.
you know, with this cartoon, his big freaking cartoon characters. And
Mhm. What do you think was wrong, or what didn't you like about Andy Warhol and pop art? Was it,
I didn't dislike anything about it, but I think I was jealous.
what do you mean?
Jealous
In what sense?
that he changed like we were talking about.
The whole paradigm of
Yeah.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, that he changed it with something so simple as a fucking soup can,
Mm.
or a picture of Marilyn Monroe,
Mhm.
or you know, it's like I guess that's the way art goes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna shift.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a real shift, I don't think, and since pop art, man.
Mm-hmm.
And technology's pretty much taken over as
Mhm.
far as like, you know. There's no, I don't. It would be interesting to think about what the next shift would be in art.
You think,
Imagine.
Do you think art is dying? I mean, you know, by art I mean just kind of fine art based on paints and so on. Because you talk about technology, right? The internet, computers almost overpowering and superseding everything that we've done.
Yeah, I think it is. And it's no. I shouldn't say that.
Or are new artists using that technology to do new stuff?
I don't see any new stuff coming out of technology though,
Mm.
other than you know, like I just don't really. It all looks mass produced.
Yeah.
You know, it all looks like it all looks the same.
Mhm.
There's something about putting a brush on a canvas and going at it that I don't think will. I hope, man. I hope it doesn't ever die.
Mhm.
Man, I really don't, because it's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
I think it's a very beautiful thing. It's a natural thing.
Mhm.
It's natural, you know. That's what I hope.
Mhm.
I mean, technology to me, I mean, you can create a lot of great stuff, but it just seems, yeah. Yeah, it's not like a flower growing out of the freaking garden.
Right.
You know, it's like I can create a flower out of this technology, or I can, you know.
Plus, you need a lot of money. You need financial backing. A lot of people who don't have money don't have access to that kind of.
I don't know. I never liked it.
Yeah.
I never liked it. I never will. I just, I like the painters, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a, you know.
So how do you define art? You know, this is like the perennial question. I was teaching humanities course this last semester.
Art?
Yeah, and I was basically an art appreciation, art history class, and it was very difficult to define art as such, because, for example, pop art you mentioned, a lot of people, a lot of conservative critics still to this day don't think that's art. For them, art is the Impressionists, but the Impressionists really scandalize their own, you know, critics of their day.
I think it was art. Pop art was art. And
Yeah.
It was just, it was just meant for the times, man. It was just meant. I think there was, you know, there's certain periods where art is it's gonna come through
Mm-hmm.
because that it needs to come through, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pop art needed to come through, man. I think it did.
Yeah.
Abstract expressionism,
Mhm.
that needed to come through.
Mhm.
I mean, just like every phase of, you know. But art, how do you find art?
Yeah.